Alright, so welcome back to Garden Warfare 2. We'll get to some games in a sec. Figured we might as well address the elephant in the room. Oh yeah, finished the Foot Soldier, by the way. So they really pulled the plug on BFN. Tell you the truth, I'm not surprised that this has happened. If anything, I'm surprised that it's taken them this long. Kind of sat down a while ago and looked at the state of BFN, like, as a whole, and I asked the question back then. Thought to myself, this game is going nowhere. Whatever you think about the game, like whether you love it or hate it, it's going nowhere. Like, that's just all facts, no printer. So I wondered, like, how much longer are they going to keep on supporting this? And then over time, I started noticing that they were still supporting the game, but it was only the monetization side of things. It was just the microtransactions. You know, they're sticking so many more things in Rux. They're putting enterprise map stuff in Rux. They're doing bundles. They're doing this. They're doing that. It was kind of from that point, I was a little bit like, yeah, I see what's happening here. BFN has been going through a process that I like to call the squeeze. I've seen it happen with so many things, mainly video games. It's basically a process where a company, so in this case, I guess EA, look at one of their games and decide, do you know what, this is on a road to nowhere. Pretty much gonna hit a dead end. I don't know how Max and Paddy aren't playing it. Am I gonna get this? Just about, Jesus. They decide that there really isn't much of a future in the game, but rather than pull the plug on it there and then, they go through a process pretty much of trying to milk every last penny they possibly can out of it, or squeeze, if you will, every last penny, pretty much until they decide that it's not worth their time or resources anymore, at which point, you know, they just pull the plug on it. But the thing about it is, once that process has started, it has started with a view to eventually cutting support. So I guarantee you, EA probably decided they wanted to pull the plug on BFM months ago, but instead of just pulling the plug there and then, they'll try and get as much money as they can out of it, and then they'll cut support. Now, I'm not in any way defending that. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. If anything, I would beg to differ, because all it's done is given BFN players this sort of false hope that the future is bright, and there are so many good things that are going to come to this game, and then suddenly from out of nowhere, like an RKO, you just cut them off like a dead limb. That's some scumbag shit. But at the same time, you have to understand, EA are a business. They don't care about individual communities. They care about this. They are always going to go with what they think is more beneficial to them financially. And I've already seen people blaming it on, like, trying to say shit like,
only reason all this happened is because of the Garden Warfare 2 elitists.
Dude, that's horse shit and you know it. There were even people thinking that I was probably going to be bringing this video out like, pop open the champagne, BFN's dead, motherfuckers, party at my place. But that's not how I feel about it. Also, that's definitely getting posted on the subreddit out of context. Go on, I dare you. You won't do it. Like, people still genuinely believe that I left and came back to Garden Warfare 2 so that I could spearhead some faction war against BFN. Like, it ain't that deep. I left BFN because I fucking hated the game and I couldn't stomach playing it another minute. And to tell you the honest truth, it made me hate uploading. I didn't want to play it or film it or make videos on it, anything like that. I have the best job in the world. I have my dream job. I have achieved my fucking dream career. And BFN single-handedly almost made me fucking hate it. So make no mistake about it, I didn't leave BFN and come back here so I could be some chief and commander in some fucking civil war between 9-year-olds. I left for my sanity. So believe it or not, I'm actually bummed out about this too. Like I said, I'm not surprised that it happened, but I am upset that it got to this point. I was just as excited as everyone else when BFN got announced. I wanted it to be the best game ever. You know, sadly, the game came out and it just wasn't. Nailed it. The game for me just felt like it was released half finished, and all the changes they made from this game to there just felt like a cheap attempt to try and make it more mainstream. It took a big risk with BFN and it just didn't work out. That's the thing about taking risks. Sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. And you know, there is the whole argument of, you know, you miss 100% of the opportunities that you don't take, and I get that. But at the same time, there's also an equally valid argument for knowing when you've got a good thing. And I mean, you know what I like to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, to that extent, I respect that they decided to take a risk with BFN and go in a different direction. And I'm genuinely sorry that it didn't work out. Oh, you're lucky. Saved by the fucking bell. What was that? Frozen Yeti apparently has the power of telekinesis. So that's it. I think BFN's last update is going to be this month, and then after that, that's a wrap. I don't actually know what this means for Garden Warfare 2. There's some speculation that we're not going to be getting any more Mystery Portal. Which, honestly, that's fine by me, because I can't actually remember the last good thing that came out of it. We are well past the days of getting Soil Survivors, Capture the Taco, Boss Hunt. Now it's all just speed boost, randos, rampant rabbit shithole. So if this means the end of the Mystery Portal, I ain't going to miss it. And a lot of people are now wondering what this means for PvZ as a whole. Some people are saying this is the death of PvZ. Others are saying that, you know, they reckon reckon Garden Warfare 3 might happen now, or Garden Warfare 2 might start getting updates again. Yeah, I can tell you pretty much with full certainty that neither of those things are going to happen. Put it this way, I'd be very, very surprised to see this game get another update. Also, after BFN, I just don't see them making another shooter. It just doesn't seem plausible. So I don't really know what this means for PvZ. As far as BFN goes, like, even though they're stopping supporting it, you can still play it. It's not like they're shutting the servers down. If you still like the game, if you still enjoy it, you can still play it. I mean, how long ago was it they stopped support on this game? Like, fucking, I'm still here. But for BFN players, I can at least understand that, you know, you had all these new things on the horizon, all these new characters, new maps, new this, new that, and now none of that's going to happen. And that sucks, you know, I feel that. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it. A lot of people were asking me what my take was on all of this. Sorry, I know this video seemed a little bit more serious than normal. If you enjoyed it, then make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, turn on the notification bell end. Thanks as always for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.